Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Gill, how are you today? As I kind of like to drop content, none of this stuff is what I've created. It's really, I've taken the time to surround myself with people that have been there, done that, and I try and model after what they do. And one of the things I love from the Leadership Academy of what Tony Robbins talks about and all the good trainers that are there is the 7 master steps for lasting transformation, right? So there actually is a brain science behind all this stuff. And I think the thing that I really enjoy is once I really understand how to get somewhere and there's actually a process and I get it into my nervous system, not just in my head, because if you're in your head, you're dead, right? So I want to get into my nervous system. And the 7 steps, if you want to replace a disempowering belief, emotion, action, whatever the case may be, to an empowering one, and this is in all different fields of your life, whether it's romance, finance, spirituality, health, the whole thing, is the first thing it's important to do if you're going to help somebody is connect and really approach and understand their world first. This is if you want to help somebody. You can apply this to yourself as well. And that's step number 1, which leads to step number 2, where you connect and then you get leverage. In other words, what do you have to convey to this person about the necessary steps to take a should to a must? In other words, why must they change? And one of the things that Tony talks about is he'll take you through a process where if you don't make a change, what does your world look like 5 years from now, right? And he really has the people feel it and really dig into their nervous system. And then he'll go, what if you don't do it 10 years from now? And then what if you don't do it 20 years from now? All my Tony Robbins people know that that's a Dickens process. But from that point to step 3, you want to basically interrupt the pattern and annihilate it, because nature doesn't pour a vacuum, right? So if we take something out, we have to replace it with something different. Now, we could replace it with another disempowering approach, or we could take the place of really, once we annihilate it, we want to define the challenge in solvable terms. In other words, in my office, I always tell everybody, listen, if there's something that you want to talk to me about, if you see a problem or a challenge, come to me with the problem, but also tell me the solution. Because once we're in that space, we're already kind of moving the ball forward to take that next positive action step. And number 5 would be to access an alternative, empowering behavior or emotion once you annihilate the pattern. And then obviously you want to condition the change. And what does that mean? Habitualize to ritualize, right? They say it takes 20, 30 days to create a habit. I don't know if that's true, but what I do know is if you work through these things in the morning and you have a lot of energy and you're coming up with the right triad and you come with the right state and you're focusing and using the language that is empowering words, not disempowering words, change will take place. I'm a sober member of Alcoholics Anonymous, knock on wood, one day at a time for 23 years. So I've had the good fortune of living life in self-imprisonment and then in freedom. So for me, I know that change is possible. I know that transformation is possible. And obviously once you condition the change, habitualize to ritualize, you want to link to something that's bigger than you. Be part of something bigger than yourself. And if you're part of something bigger than yourself and you think of the 6 human needs, what begins to happen is you come from a place of growth and contribution versus certainty or uncertainty, love and connection, and in the space of the target where you can get really more choices and more available options by getting the bullseye through growth, through contribution. Anyway, just wanted to share that. Always feel free to private message me. I always get a lot of people that tell me that they love hearing the stuff that I talk about. I've not invented any of this. I am a student of all this and I love to share the information. And more importantly, or equally importantly, I apply these principles to the best I can on a daily basis in my world. Anyway, have a great day. Thank you.